We are live. All right, good morning, good evening, welcome. Let's give it a minute and wait for people to join. Because this chat is for us to chat about things here in Lao. I don't come with anything prepared to talk about. But we'll wait for some people to join us. Let's see. Good morning. Looks like we got one. Good morning. Good evening in the States. Anybody's joining from somewhere else? Let us know where from. I like to see where everybody's joining from or watching videos from. Let's see. What was the last video I just put out actually? Oh, this morning I think I had a video come out. The market, fresh market, that's right. And then the one before that was the groom's procession. Let's see. 2 people joined. Good morning. Let me know who's here joining. Good morning, Laos. Looks like it got posted. Good, good. I hadn't had a chance to check the video since I posted it or scheduled it for this morning. So it looks like it has been posted just fine. That's good. Good morning, Raquel. Let me post invite copy. Join me here. Five people. Let me know where you're from. Who's joined us? Just waiting for Raquel to join. Waiting for people to join the stream. How's everybody been this week? It's been a week since we streamed last time, so I've mostly just been editing content and getting back in the gym and escaping the heat over at the mall where my gym's at. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see.
Oh,
Good.
I love that video, by the way. The wedding.
Same. You like the wedding? I just posted one this morning.
I feel like that's the best. That's the best one. Not the market. Not the market. The one before that, the wedding one.
Wedding?
I like that. I feel like that's you.
Yeah, I did. I felt very. That video was very easy to edit. It just went really smooth. Like even though there was a lot of footage, it just felt like each piece kind of just flowed into the next. Yeah, it was fun. It's fun to watch those back and be like, that was a cool experience. And then to learn that I still missed some things, like I didn't know about all the stuff going on at the doors. I didn't know that beforehand.
Okay.
So I was kind of in the back of the procession Or like I was pointing the camera over towards the doors and saying they're doing something, they're not letting him in, and they're like playing some game back and forth. But I didn't get to like film it because usually there could be like you have to exchange some cash, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just like some
Mm-hmm.
fun like chat back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't get that on camera. So next time, but I liked what I did get on camera. I learned a lot, and it's just it's so hot. It was. I'm glad I got what I got.
I feel like you don't want to disturb them, so you like stay far away. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think they mind. I don't think they mind. I think you can be right there with the bride and the groom.
yeah. It's just I don't know. As much as a lot of people tell me like it's okay, you can go film, you can go film.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
just the American inside of me is like gotta give people their space. They're gonna get like annoyed, you know. So
I
yeah,
know.
I'm always like in that video. People kept on telling me, "Scoot over, you can sit here," and I'm always like,
Mm-hmm.
"Can I please?"
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like also I'm not like I'm a normal size American guy, but I feel like a big person next to everybody. I don't want to be like towering over all this smaller
Uh-huh.
elders. Like they're older folks, and I'm like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
a big. I'm giving off like I'm like an oven. I'm giving off a lot of heat. I'm sweating. I'm like, keep my distance from people a little bit. Sorry, guys. But
Yeah, everybody's
the
fun.
kids in the video were awesome. I thought that was fun.
Yes, yes, they make it fun. The kids
Yeah,
make it really fun.
yeah. I
And even
wish
at the
I
market,
yeah.
I'm really impressed with that boy speaking English with you. Like he's not shy, come up to you
I
and
know
start
these are the.
conversation.
This is why those moments where you're just like, I'm so glad I just had the camera going. I just
Mm-hmm.
like as much as you're like, we're just going to the market. Like I've already filmed a bunch, but I was in that mode when I was there. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in filming mode. We're on this trip. I need to film as much as possible. So I was so glad I did that because that's like what happens here at home when I don't have that camera on. You go to the market,
Mm-hmm.
go to
And then
just
you
regular
miss the
places,
moment.
and you miss those moments.
Yeah, I
Uh,
feel like we should have the camera with us at all time. Like we're supposed to, right? But
yeah,
sometimes like you don't want to miss out the moment, so you just don't do it.
yeah. Sometimes I feel a little bit weird, like inviting it into like my daily routine, because then it's just kind of what I'm doing with myself, and something like you kind of have a little bit of something to yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You're like,
okay.
it's not like you film every single little thing you do, but I think I need to film like basically my daily routine here. Just at least one part of it, like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I went to the market here, and then the lady was speaking English like really well, and I'm like, that's so
Mm.
nice. Like I feel like it would be a fun video for leave the house, film like on the bike, and I usually go grab like sugarcane juice. I go to the
Mm-hmm.
market. The lady speaks some English, buy some stuff, and then I bike over this bridge that looks over like all this beautiful farmland, and then we go to iTech. So it's like a lot of change in like I just feel like the
Mm.
clips would be like go flow together really well, and it would be an interesting like 15-20 minute video. Like okay, now we're at iTech because I never have filmed iTech or anything like that because it wasn't a part of my life, and I'm not like going to the mall. So but now that's the closest gym to me, and it's like 20-25 minutes on my bike, so they may as well film and show people what it's like. They got a cool little food
Mm-hmm.
court. The gym's nice, so
Also, you go to the gym at iTech?
yeah, it's the closest gym. It's kind of far. It's not like right around the corner anymore, but it's good. Get you get nice and warmed up by the.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of worked out perfect because you get warmed up. by the time that you get there, you'll be ready to start.
I take like a 5-10 minute rest when I get there just to take a second because it's so hot. Like a little cool down for a second, then start working out. But it's
Nobody wants to say hi to us. They just kind of
7
like
people.
We're here to listen.
We had a hello from, I don't know how to pronounce it. Hut.
Sang Bilai.
Sang Bilai. Good morning. Good morning to everybody.
มาแต่ใส่เนาะ Sang Bilai. Well, if we pronounce it like American, that's hot.
It's probably the same.
Which is like tube, right? Tube, right?
Yeah. Tube. What about you? I've seen your recent videos.
I've been sick. I got sick when we stayed at the hotel. I feel like I have food poisoning, but then it feel like but then it feel like COVID because like itching throat and it's too hot and then it's too cold. And yesterday I was in bed all day, like in 1 minute it's so hot, 1 minute it's so cold, and I was just in bed all day yesterday. So I'm like, gotta be COVID, cannot be anything else. Let's just blame it on COVID.
You're gonna scare everybody away from coming to Laos. It's probably just a little flu.
No, it's more like food poisoning.
Wait, can we even use that word on YouTube? We're gonna get demonetized.
Like food poisoning or COVID? I think you can say it, but just don't make like a big subject out of it. Yeah, the last video was went and help out the old lady grandma. Feel sad for her. I wouldn't be able to go sleep at night if I don't do it. So I did, and I feel good about it.
How's Joe doing?
Well, if I'm sick, he's sick too. He's in bed.
He's in bed. Oh no.
Seems like he's take it worse than me. Because he's like coughing at the same time too. At least I don't cough.
Sick is in this heat.
You know what? Like after that COVID, you just get sick so easily. I noticed that I get sick so easily. But luckily, even though I'm sick, I feel okay. Like it's not that bad.
I don't think I ever got it. So maybe
you don't.
I don't know how.
That's lucky.
I don't think so.
I think maybe because you like exercise, you work out all the time, and your body is like heat. It's hot, so it just die.
It just die. Can't live in this heat. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's like, my God, this is too hot.
I had a lot of people say it was really, really bad, but I never felt sick from anything like that. So I never lost my taste buds or got a flu or anything. Luckily, I don't know how. Still took care of like things in life.
Some people
still went outside.
Just lucky that way. Because you work hard at it too. Like you work out all the time, you stay healthy.
Eat healthy.
You eat healthy. So it's good. I'm waiting for a guy to talk about visa. My visa is expired too. But luckily I still have one more time to extend it here. So I don't have to leave.
I need to
will be
talk to the
my
visa
second
guy.
time. No, I already talked to him. I just he's gonna swing by and pick it up
Mhm.
because it's kind of nice to know people.
Life is pretty easy. I think people worry a lot about the visa, and it's really look. You have a guy coming to pick it up for you. It's so easy.
Hmm.
I mean, you don't have to go anywhere. He's coming by
Especially like
your place.
I think because it's like such a small town and he
Mhm.
live not far. He's like, oh, that's on my way to the office. Because when I went to the office last time, he's like, where do you live? I told him where I stay, and he's like, oh, I live not far from you. It's like next time I'll just swing by and pick it up. I'm like, oh, nice.
I need to ask. I need to ask ask the visa guy again. But last time I asked him, he said I had to leave the country. But I feel like I'm just annoying. But you know, just fingers crossed. Ask again. Maybe he's like, yeah, you could just. You never know with Lao too, because it seems like you do something and then people are like, oh yeah, did you know you could just do this? Like,
Hmm.
okay. So maybe if I'm lucky, I could just change it to a tourist visa without leaving. I don't want to. I'd love to be able to just afford to buy the $500-600 year visa, but maybe we'll do the tourist visa first. It's a cheaper option for
Hmm.
now, and
Yeah, and
I don't have to
then
leave the country. That would be nice. See,
figure it out what
yeah, figure it out.
what to do after that.
Yeah,
How's the
but
weather in oh, so you didn't go to Ropa?
no, it was too quick. They literally were going
Mm.
Friday and coming back Sunday, and they went Friday. And then Saturday they were already driving back after they finished. I had Lao Lao the blah load. So I
So
was
it's
like,
just like on the road,
just
drop
on the
it off,
road for
and on
the
the
whole
road
time.
back. Mm.
Yeah, like no, that's not. I mean, I would get content, but it would being on the road is the hardest part of travel.
And it's a
So
long drive too, right? From
yeah,
Vientiane to Ropa on the road. It's I remember
yes,
last time I took the
6-7 hours.
minivan. I took the minivan last time, 12 hours because it was raining season. And I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore.
No,
But it's a life experience, once
yeah.
in a lifetime you have to experience that road because it's so scary.
I like slow travel because it's just so. I find traveling really painful. Like sitting in a car for very many hours is just so painful. So I like slow travel. Go a couple hours and then stay somewhere,
Yeah,
look
because
about, do something.
like you're the type that like you always have to have something to do. Like you on the move,
Yes, yes.
sitting still in the car for that long hours. I can see that you're
Yeah,
itching. You're like,
yeah.
I'm itchy. Can I get out? Can I take a walk?
Right. And I didn't think we would. It would have been really interesting because I have no idea what they really did. They just dropped off a Buddha thing or something, and then did a ceremony out on the countryside. It would have been interesting, but sometimes I just thought, for that much sitting in the car, I got a lot more work done here on videos, and I can do a
Mm.
live stream. I can get everything prepared. So I got videos
But
scheduled out for the next couple for the next week. Like
oh, that's
uploaded, scheduled, so I can work on some more
that's
stuff.
good.
Yeah,
But I heard she says a lot of people going, so it would have been like a nice group of people, right?
really. Mm,
Two
I don't know.
cars, two full cars.
Ooh, it was just Paul Tong Pet and then their man. His name's
Yeah,
I
and
Pet.
then their
They picked
friend,
up people.
another car. Yeah, another
Uh,
car full of people.
yeah,
But you're
yeah,
right, it would be like a long trip and then just get there, drop off the stuff
yeah,
at the
yeah,
temple.
yeah.
But then you would get to you would get to learn the ceremony,
Sure.
right?
And it was
But it's
so
also,
hot.
yeah,
I
like
was like,
staying home, you get a lot of things done and get the video
right.
out.
Video out, get to take a little bit of like a break with the heat. I was driving,
Yeah.
and
Oh
then
my
it would have
God.
been so hot. Like,
The
I
heat.
just go
Whew.
escape at iTech. Like, this has been it's like we said, the bike ride is a little bit. It's not super close, but it's nice that I'm at iTech because it's lively and it feels like sometimes where I've been living in Lao, I was just over at my house in the gym. It kind of didn't feel like there was anything going on, and it was a little lonely. So it was nice to go to iTech and feel like, okay, there's stuff going on. You're kind of in you got the food court that's pretty cheap, and you have all the options. It's nice, and you're escaping the
I've
heat. So that's the main point.
I've never been to iTech because where we stay, it's so close to Parkson.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly I just go to Parkson because they do have, like, all the shopping mall have food court, and I like that. I don't
Yeah.
really like eating food, on the side of the street because
Yeah.
I still don't like flies and dust.
Flies and dust. The food court is a good option. It really is nice. Yeah, I've just been hanging out. I go to the gym and then hang out at the food court and have some food and just whatever I can do from there. I thought about taking my laptop with me to just go maybe get a smoothie at one of those shops or something and work from there to be out of the heat. Like, because even in like your rooms, sometimes with the aircon, it's just like
I
it's
think
still.
I think the guy's here.
Whose guy? Oh, your guy. It's coming to fix something. Oh, the guy for the visa. That's right. We've got 8 people here, but nobody has said good morning yet. Good morning. Welcome. If you have any questions, please feel free, or anything to add. Let's see. Nice. Just looking at the last video.
Joe wants to drop it off, so.
What's that? You're back, or you're working on your visa?
No, Joe went and dropped it off for me.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I want to do it. I think he want to like know the guy too, in case if I'm not around and he know who's to go to.
Right. Nice. So easy. Just
So
come back to your house and pick it up. Do you just give him the money and he comes back, or send him the money at OnePay, probably, right?
No, I just give him cash because he did it for me before, so it's pretty. I think I can trust him.
Yeah, sure. And then you get just 30 days?
Oh, no, I get 90 days. So is Joe.
This is ridiculous. So is Joe. What is Joe? Is not even Lao.
I told him, I said, try not to say too much. Just, just hand it to
Oh
him and
man.
come back.
From now on, I am definitely being like, man, Luke saw I do it.
What did he say? Oh.
I'm telling them from now on that I'm Lao, like 30-day visas. I'm gonna get a 90-day visa.
Yeah, I don't think you can get away with telling them that you're Laos because they're like, no, you're not.
Oh, easy. They asked before. Oh, it's big man now,
Barry
man
think he
now.
can. Barry think he can get away by telling them that he's Laos, so he get 90 days.
They asked me at the border before, man, Luke saw it, boss. The man la. Luke saw it, la.
Yes, you can say you were born in Laos and then you went to
Oh,
the US to
Putin.
study.
I'm born in Laos. I gotta be careful. You can't get too crazy with our fibs. I'm born in Laos. But I mean, if they ask me if I'm, part Lao, Luxon, and Luxon.
See, you kind of look mixed. I think you can get away with like, yeah, your
Exactly.
mom's Lao, you were born here, and then you guys moved to the US and you back here in Laos now. I think you should
Exactly.
try.
I'm gonna try. I
Just
mean, I don't feel guilty asking for 90 days visa.
yeah, just say ค่อยเกิดอยู่ลาวแม่ค่อยเป็นคนลาว
Every time I've talked to immigration, they've asked me if I'm Lao because I always speak Lao to them, and
Mhm. There you
and
go.
they always ask me. So respect,
Just
man.
say yes. Yeah แม่ค่อยเป็นคนลาวพ่อค่อยเป็นคนฝรั่งค่อยเกิดอยู่นี่แล้วพอค่อยไปอยู่ประเทศนอก I mean, what
Which
are they
I
gonna do, right? They're not gonna
I
arrest
know.
you. Worst come to
What are they
worst, they
gonna
just ask for your birth certificate, and who have birth certificate nowadays?
I don't think it's that serious because it's just like nine. It's just a 90-day visa. It's not like they're giving me an official visa for something. It's just a tourist 90-day tourist visa. It's nothing special.
I dare
So
you to try it.
no big deal. I'm
You'd be
going to
surprised if
tell.
you get 90 days. Try it.
I'm gonna
Like
be.
you
I'm
got
gonna be.
nothing to lose. Just
I'm gonna
try
be
it.
very happy because that saves me
Hmm.
like, a lot of money. It's $40, 45 what? Man, it's been a second since I looked at it. 40 bucks for the visa, and then if I do the extensions each time, it's another 35 each time, so that's $70, and all the effort of having to renew it each time. So it's worth it, man. Out. เสื้อสายลาวเสื้อสายลาวยังอยู่บ่ใส่แก้ว disappeared. Thanks, Sammy. Thanks for supporting. How's Wisconsin right now? Still cold, or is it? Are you getting into some nice springtime weather at this point? And the last time I did the live stream, it was on a Tuesday, so a Monday night overseas, and I thought, hey, it's not the weekend. Maybe there won't be as many people, but I guess people join a little later on that stream too, like an hour in. So maybe if I need to start the stream later, I will start it later at like 8. Doesn't It actually makes it better for me when I wake up? I like to go for some exercise, just a nice walk, and usually I have to be quick to get back to the stream in the morning here. But I mean, most people are going to join at like 8. I will be able to continue my walk, and we'll start later. It'll be fine with me. Oh, we lost again. Damn. trying to think. Oh, what we got coming up. Because sometimes maybe it'd be fun to share a little bit of what we got coming, since there's nowhere else you're gonna get that information. So we got the fresh market shopping in Savannah Cave. That was the one I just posted this morning. The next video is going to be in Take. Made a video in Take. Yeah, that's right. The next video is going to snap. I could be wrong. Let me see. I have one up here waiting to. Oh, sorry. I'm wrong. The next video is going to be at a special food video in Savannah Cave. If you love Lao food, especially noodles, you want to catch this next video. I will post that once we drop the video this morning. I'll post this. This one will post in 2 days. And then the video after that is going to be in Take. It's actually, I didn't think it would be all right, but the footage is enjoyable. Like, just walking around the streets, it's pretty quiet, so gotta like see some interesting things. But yeah, that is the next 2 videos coming up. Like, Gal must be having some internet computer stuff going on. It's 7:30 p.m. It's cold, a little bit rain. Bangkok has been really, Mike, what's up? What's up, Yoan? Bangkok's been really hot lately. The heat index 47 yesterday. Yeah, man, that's the same over here. I swear somebody said that, like, 45, 46, something insane. And I usually, I don't know why I do this to myself, but that's usually when I go to the gym, like in the mid, like, it's not the hottest time, I guess, but around noon. But man, you feel like you're biking through the sauna for real. It's nothing like it. Grab a sugarcane juice and try to cool down once I get to iTech. Usually edit in the mornings when it's not too hot, and then at night, yeah, come back, do some more work, but just in air-conditioned room. Try, even though it's just. You're drained. I sleep in well these days. I don't know about you guys, but this heat, I'm sleeping really well. I will definitely post some more videos, Sammy. We got more videos coming. More videos. To the next 2, we'll see. Yeah. Lost the account.
I'm back.
You just muted your mic, eh?
No, there's a little complication with the visa.
Oh.
Because when Joe left to Thailand and when he came back in, they gave him a tourist visa, not visitor. So I guess tourist visa you get 30 days, but visitor you get 90 days, because I wasn't with him to verify that he is my husband. He got the something type, different kind of visa, so he would have to.
The same visa.
Yeah, he got a different kind. He got the TB3. which is only 1 month. But before that, like this thing is so sensitive that like I don't know the difference. Before that, it was N1B3. So the N1B3 is the one that you got 90 days.
Yeah.
But when he came back in without me, they gave him the TB3, which is only 30 days. So he'll have to leave and come back in, and then I have to be there to prove that he's not going to be happy. I'm not going to break that news to him yet. Let him sleep first.
Like this makes things really interesting because if I could end up getting a 90-day visa, I mean, this makes sense why people don't get the year visa now. It's like, oh, just get a year visa. It does make things easy, but I mean, if you're only spending $40 4 times throughout the year, you're spending $160. That's quite a bit cheaper than spending $500-600. You know, and you only need those other visas if you're doing something specific like investing or business, or I guess I don't know. You could call us a digital nomad, but I guess you could just be a visitor too.
Yeah, about that digital nomad. You have to, like, when you go talk to the visa guy, get into it with him, because I'm really interesting. I want to be able to like come and go as many times as I want.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the year visa still is the best option. You don't have to worry about things, multiple entry. You can go in and out, you know, as many times as you want, and then you're like legal doing what you want to be doing here, which would be for me YouTube and whatnot. So, but a tourist visa is all right.
Oh, thank you, Sammy. Sammy's really nice.
Yeah, Sammy's nice. He always comments on the videos. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's see if people enjoy the fresh.
We wish we had rain here right now.
Oh, I can't wait. Still like 6 weeks from rain. Usually when's it rain?
6 weeks. Oh, that's like month and a half.
Right. Usually rains like middle of June, something like that.
It might, I don't know. I feel like this year it might come a little bit earlier because of like it's been so hot.
We've actually had some rain during the hot season, which has been really strange. It's been so muggy that it actually rained. What, I think one time it hailed. Do you remember that? Did it hail in Takeg?
No.
I was shocked.
No.
It hailed. It hailed huge. It's like never thought that would be possible.
I remember when I was little, it hails all the time. But
really?
I don't think during the hot season though, only raining season.
Yeah, we've had like 1 hailstorm and 2 big storms. It's got so muggy. Like it's rained at night, but yeah, strange. It almost never rains during the off season, not one time. Let's see. I hope we get some rains. The sooner the better. When it rains, a lot of it just feels muggy with all like the dust and the air and everything. You know, it rains. It seems to like clear everything up.
Oh, I love raining season. Before I don't understand it. Before I'm like, avoid raining season. Everybody say avoid raining season. Don't come to Laos. Raining season. Now it's like my favorite weather. My favorite season is raining season. Because it feels so clean and the air feels so clean.
We gotta be honest with people though, because we gotta give people the pros and the cons. It is beautiful. It is super clean. However, it is when all the critters come out. All the critters. 'Cause it gets really wet, so all the bugs, all the animals
Oh, you guys don't like
come out.
bugs. That's right. Because I don't mind bugs. It's like they don't bother me.
I've gotten used to them. You've been in Laos long for a minute when there's a spider that big on your wall and you don't even flinch. It's like, hey, what's up, man? I saw you there the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
day.
Just don't bother it. It's like Joe
I'm
would
not
get up in the
trying
middle
to
of the
mess with
night
them.
and chase all the bugs out. I'm like, just leave it
No,
alone. They'll come back. They're just gonna come back.
I have people tell me I could never, I would kill that spider. Like, look, it's a different couple spiders every day, and they're
Mm-hmm.
massive, and I feel like they're running away from me. So why am I chasing? Why am I chasing after
Uh-huh.
this huge spider? I'm asking for it. I don't want to chase a big spider. Well, leave it
Right?
alone.
If it's like coming at you, that's a different
Yeah,
story.
that's different. But they run away. So I'm gonna, let them do that, and I'm gonna leave them alone. They're huge. Like, yeah, and I always have different kinds. I have ones that were like huge yellow stripes, black, and then I have the big tarantulas that were like hairy, and it was like, yeah, like you'd imagine a tarantula, big, big suckers. Just let them be.
That's right. Just let them be. They don't bother you. Just leave them alone.
I don't know. There's enough bugs. I feel like they got to be doing something, catch bugs or something. Yes, Rick. I can always answer questions. I'm gonna keep doing these live streams, and eventually, just be answering questions because that's what we're really here to do is to talk about Lao. I don't prepare anything, so if you have questions, you have comments, please ask away. We'll see what he says. But can you tell me one thing, my friend? Yeah, there's enough bugs. I feel like the spiders are not doing any harm. Even like all the, sometimes you clean up the ceiling and stuff, but sometimes just like I kind of want there to be some spider webs and like the daddy long legs or whatever because they're gonna clean up those bugs that hang out around the lights or the mosquitoes or whatever. Okay, so Rick's asked this question. Rick McCarroll asks, I want to move to Laos and live there for life. Are there any agents there to help me with the paperwork? 100%. Yeah, easy. No, very easy. It's not complicated like Thailand, and I'm not joking when I say it's easy. It's very straightforward. You can talk to Chris Barth, is the one that I did the video with, so you can check out my videos. I have 2 videos with him, the official guide to visas in Lao 2024, and then like must knows for Lao 2024. Uh, his contact information, I can just put it right here. I'll just put it right here. But he's the agent I'd recommend because he gets back to you very promptly and answers your questions, tells you exactly what you need, like 1, 2, 3, 4, here's what you need. As soon as you send it back, he does his part and updates you, and then you don't pay anything until you got the visa. So it's gonna cost 500 to 600, between 500 600 bucks, something around there. Yeah, straightforward, man.
And that's for 1 year, right?
Yeah, that's for
The
one
one
year.
year
There can
visa.
be if it can depend what you want to do, man. If you want to just go with the retirement visa, if you're of that age, then you can do that. If you're looking for uh, another type of visa, you could do is a digital nomad, which means uh, you can work online, or you can get an investor visa, which means you're going to try to invest in some businesses, or you get a business visa, means you're going to start your own business, depending what you want to do. But I mean, start with a tourist visa probably, right? And then unless you have a clear idea of what you want to do, I'd start with the tourist visa and then decide what kind of 1-year visa you want to do. And once you have the 1-year visa, you don't have, as of right now, you don't have to leave the country. You just renew it in the country every year. So as far as I know, with living in, I've lived in China, Vietnam, Thailand. This is the easiest option for staying somewhere long term that I've seen. Yeah, man, you can get a retirement visa. You're set.
But we always recommend that you tried it out first, maybe a year. A year is perfect time, I think, to try it out, because there's so many part of Laos, right? It's all different. Like the weather's different. People are speaking differently, and who knows what part of Laos you want to settle in. So it's always good to try it out for a year. Go around, stay here for a month or two and move to the next state for a month or two, and to see where it worked out for you, where you like the most.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to. I don't know. I still you have to worry about the tourist visa, which means you have to renew every month for those 90 days, and then you have to leave the country and come back. I think you can do that. You just leave the country and come back, and you get another. Or wait, how does that work? Like,
But that's only
I'm wondering.
for Lao people though. If he's Lao, yes, he'll get the 90 days. If he's not, he's like you get 30 days.
No, I mean after you've extended. So you got your first tourist visa, then you extend it twice, and then you stay for 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just leave the country and come back again, or like how does it work? I don't.
Yes. You just go across the bridge. You just go to Thailand and come back the same day.
Yeah, I
And
feel like with Lao you can do as many visas as you want. You just keep going back and forth doing visas. As far as what I
no,
have you
not
heard
they
anything different?
allow twice. They allow you to extend here in Laos 2 times, and then you have
Yeah,
to
that.
leave the country. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Even Thailand, they allow you to go through the bridge on the border 2 times,
Uh-huh.
twice a year. And then after that, you have to go by plane.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm wondering is like how many times. What's the rules with Lao? Because I feel like it's easier. I know I talked to Chris about it. It might be in our video, but I think it's easier. They aren't as strict. Like you basically, if you want to get a tourist visa, you can keep extending 30 days nonstop. You know what I mean? Not here, but they're not going to deny you a visa. You know what I mean? Like in Thailand.
Yeah, you can do nonstop, but not in the office, not
No,
in
in
the like
office. Yeah,
immigration office here. Yeah, it have to be at the border
yeah. So you
because.
could like leave to Vietnam. You could leave to Cambodia. You could go
Mm-hmm,
to Thailand. You could just go to. As long as you go across the border and come back, you're going to get a 30-day
mm-hmm,
visa, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like they're not going to deny you a 30-day
No,
visa.
they don't deny you. They don't say, "Oh, you cannot. You've been to Laos too many times." No,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
don't get that
That's
that kind
that's
of question.
that's what I'm getting to. I couldn't figure out how to put it in words. Yeah. No, you're not asking a lot of questions, Rick. Yeah, appreciate your questions. Uh, it's good to talk through these things. It helps people that want to come enjoy Lao. Like Laos, lovely place to retire. This morning, I was walking around. It's and the one nice time of day at this point because it's not too hot yet at like 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
Oh my God.
And
Yeah, in the morning it's so nice.
it's beautiful. It's sun's coming up. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the fresh smells. People want to say fresh smells from the farm, if you will. Some of those smells aren't from the cows,
And you
but
see older people setting up their little station for waiting for the
yeah.
month.
And then there's usually like a bunch of butterflies flying around, and the dogs are out playing, and some friendly dogs come play with you. Like it's just a nice place to definitely quiet in the morning at that time. Beautiful. You can only bring in $2,000 at a time. Let's see what do you think, like, out? Because I'm not sure about something like this. I haven't come across this.
What, the cash?
But yeah.
You know what? There is ATM machine throughout the country. You can use your ATM card just as long as you let your bank know that you're gonna be outside the states.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring up to 10,000 each time. You don't have to declare it. But there's no reason to bring a lot of cash because
there's no reason.
Be very careful with cash because Laos people are very picky with cash. It have to be brand new, like crisp, brand new, no mark, no nothing. So I would be really careful with bringing cash.
I would really not recommend bringing cash. Even I think I brought, I don't know, $1,500. Even at that point, once I got to Laos, I'm like, why did I bring so much cash? It's just too much for here, to have on you at one time. It's way too much.
I use MoneyGram service because over here you can transfer. You can even transfer to yourself, right? I transfer my money to myself from my bank account, and then go pick it up at the bank. It's always safer to do it that way, so that way you don't deal with old dollars because you cannot use any old dollars here. They are so picky.
Yeah, and they'll give you one rate for $100 bills, and you can't really exchange like 5s and 20s, and they will give you a worse rate. So better, there's no need to have that much cash coming into Laos. Like, do a MoneyGram. Yeah, you're gonna lose a little bit of money paying for a MoneyGram or one of these things, but I think it keeps your money safe though, rather than what are you gonna do? You can't put it in a bank account here, so now you got a stack of cash at home. Yeah, don't need to give people that temptation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to keep
I know
money
you
at
can
home
get
like
a
that.
visa for 30 days at the airport when you arrive there. Yes, if you Lao, they'll give you 90 days. I got 90 days because I was born in Laos. But if you're not, then if you're not Lao, if you're married to a Lao person, you can get 90 days too. My husband got 90 days. Except the last time that he went to Thailand without me, he came back and he got only 30 days because I wasn't there with him.
Mm-hmm. So Rick says, I've always heard that, but how in the world do you do that? Send money to yourself? Like, how you want to help?
But I have always heard that, but how in the world do you do that? Send money to yourself? Well, when you download the app, the MoneyGram app, it will ask you to fill in your bank account or your debit card, where the money taking out from and where do you send it to. So whoever you send it to, you just fill out the name, you put your name down, then you go pick it up at the bank. I don't get questioned. I don't know. I send it to myself. I don't get questioned. My husband has been transfer money to himself for 4 years. He doesn't get questioned.
Yeah, it's normal.
So I don't think it will be a problem.
No, it's totally normal to send money to yourself here. Yeah, I think MoneyGram must be how much do you pay for your MoneyGrams usually?
Oh, the fee is kind of ridiculous, but what can you do, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's about, if you do 1,000, it could be $9. That's not so bad, right? $9 or $15.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's how much I lose from withdrawing from an ATM. So it's
Mm-hmm.
better to may as well get out $1,000 rather than withdraw like $100 and
Yeah,
something
yeah, a
dollars
little bit
and
here
lose
and
nine
there. Uh-huh.
dollars. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I literally lose like because if you so the one issue with Lao, in my opinion, right now, like really that, that I find an issue, at least for me, is it's very difficult to get money here. Like if there was one negative thing, because people always say you're always just 100% positive about Lao and things are great, and yeah, overall life is great, but getting money here, it stinks. I think it stinks. Like I used to be able to get out money in other countries and pay a couple bucks, but here you're not getting away with that. You're not getting away with a couple dollars. Like if I take out from the ATM, I'm losing nine to 15 bucks with the. It only charges me like $2 for the ATM, but then they give you a terrible rate from the ATM machine, the bank rate, right? So
Mm-hmm.
maybe MoneyGram is the best option for $9 for 1,000 to get 1,000. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, maybe you should just try the MoneyGram. We always been doing the MoneyGram and we haven't have any problem. One time they call to verify that it's really you, that
Mm-hmm.
taking out the money and what are you using it for? And that was the one time thing.
Yeah, I don't mind
Hey,
nine nine bucks.
the house you're living in now, is it in your name or your relative? Is that question for me?
I mean, I don't live in the house. Not that I
Um,
own.
if that question's for me, yes. The house that I'm living in right now used to be my mom. She passed away, and I think it's in one of our relatives' name. But I'm not too worried about the house and material stuff because I feel like I'm getting old. Like every day, I'm getting older. I don't get any younger, so I'm not worried about property. I'm not worried about material stuff. When you die, you die. You can bring anything with you. So I don't really care what name, whose name is in. But I live here and they know that it's my mom's house and I'm entitled to like do whatever I want with it. And maybe because I have a relative that I can trust, that I know that they don't do anything stupid behind my back.
Mm. I just live with a Lao family, so I don't have to worry about. I'm not worrying about buying or renting. Maybe in the future, but yeah, if I was ever to have a Lao wife, then that would solve some of those problems. But otherwise, probably just be renting. Just be renting.
Yeah, I don't even
I
like,
wouldn't trust to put it in anybody's name. I would not trust
hmm
anybody. I don't
yeah,
care how close. I wouldn't
like,
even if I put things in my wife's name, I would still do it with the understanding that there's a possibility that she could take everything. And
yeah, we
that's what I
hear it
just
all
have to
the
look.
times, right? We hear it
And
all the
I
times.
would go into it knowing that though, and being okay with that. You know what? If things don't work out, then this is all hers because that's the case.
Hmm
uh, so I don't know.
Oh
I'm
yes, we're happy to meet you too,
so
Rick.
happy to meet you, Rick. We try to be helpful sometimes. I don't know.
That's why I don't understand. A lot of people are so worried about buying a house, buying a land, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially after retired, you're like 60 something years old, and you come here and you're worried about buying a land. Who cares? Like, how long are you
Yeah.
gonna live? Like, what are you gonna do with the land and the house? When you
You have the
die, it's
first.
gonna belong to whoever behind you. So just don't worry about it.
It was you that got me first thinking about that because I was always just like that's kind of like the natural progression of life, right? Like people always are like, you know, once you kind of made it or whatever, you're owning land. Land always has value. I get it, but what you're saying is really interesting. It's like you're old. Why do you want to worry about all that goes into owning property? You know what I mean? Now you got to worry about taking care of everything. Why not just rent? You don't got to worry about anything. You don't worry about anything about the house. You let the landlord know, take care of it.
I mean, I
And
am
it's cheap
so
here.
glad. I'm so glad that Joe and I don't own a house in the States. We just rent. And
Uh-huh.
imagine if we own a house and we're here in Laos and, worried about who's going to
Oh
be
yeah,
taking care of the house over there.
yeah.
If we rent it out, is the tenant's going to be good? They're going to take good care of it, and the money is like tax, and you out of country, and you have it's just too much. It's like
Too
life
much. Yeah.
doesn't have to be that complicated. Just live a simple life.
Right. Kind of like the idea of like, I know this is me personally, but I don't mind the idea of like, if I eventually had land and it was in somebody else's name that I trusted, and but I know that like they could do what they wanted with it, and I guess you just come to terms with being all right with that. I don't know. For me, it's not that big as a deal. It's like I would like somebody, but like, how hard is that going to be? I like to have people like land and have fruit trees and have stuff on it, but
You're
who's going to
young,
want
so
to do
I understand.
that?
Like you, I understand you're young. You still, you want to like build a family, and you're still gonna live a long time. But I'm talking about people my age and older than
Maybe.
me. I don't want them to worry about buying a house, buying a land. Just enjoy the rest of your life without worry.
Right. 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 Yeah. I mean, it's easy to just enjoy yourself here if you're not worrying about stuff like that. Just travel
Hmm.
around. I mean, I really like. I think we talked about this in the last live stream. I really enjoy watching how Lao people tend to be like that as they get older. They just kind of travel around and spend time with family, friends, and it's like, isn't that what it's about, anyways? Spending your
Hmm.
time with people that are important to you,
Yeah, we don't
and
see that
yeah,
back home, right? We don't see that. The
not as
older they
much
get, the
anymore.
lonely they get. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. One more question now, please ask away. Okay, one more question, guys. Uh, oh, okay, never mind. You forgot. I didn't even notice. Hi, Lena from Minnesota. Thanks for joining us again. Yes, I like to see we got a couple people from last time too. When Rick remembers his question, we'll answer. Okay. I
Oh
think
no, it's
the
never
nice
too
part.
many questions. It's good that you
Never,
ask
never.
questions so other people can learn from it too. Because sometimes people don't like asking questions.
One positive thing with this heat right now, though, is mangoes are starting to come into season, and they're getting very cheap. At least I bought a kilo for 20,000, 2 kilos, 40,000 yesterday. Yeah, love it when mangoes come into season. Eating
I have
lots
to
of
be honest,
mangoes.
I'm already sick of it. I'm already sick of
Ah,
mangoes.
every time I say I love my sugarcane juice, and Franco says I'm sick of
Not this year.
that.
It's like I haven't had that much sugarcane juice this year at all. Last year it was like every day, all day long, sugarcane juice.
Sugarcane juice and mangoes, or what? Because now you don't want you're sick of mangoes too.
Now I'm addicted to avocado smoothie, and you have
Mm,
to ask
yes.
for less sweet. Otherwise, it's too sweet, and you don't taste the avocado. So I always ask for less sweet.
Yeah. Well, you have to let them know. Otherwise, who knows? Some people, this is actually insane, but I'm sure it's similar back state in the states to the amount of sugar they put in. But they put in, a couple spoonfuls of this namwan, like the sweetened. Uh, they boil the
Syrup? Is
sugar
it a
in water.
syrup?
Yeah, it's a syrup. It's just like it's almost like the syrup you use to make cocktails, like basically, because you're just boiling sugar and water is what they use, and then usually like a leaf in there or whatever to make it smell good. But yeah, they pour a couple spoonfuls of sugar water, and a couple spoonfuls of sugar, and then a lot of sweetened condensed milk. So you gotta let them know, otherwise it's just gonna taste like sweetened condensed milk. It really does, just like, yeah, feel sick after. So, but if they do just a little bit, it's just fantastic. Creamy avocado smoothie.
Have you noticed even like when they eat noodles, when they eat pho, they put so much sugar in their bowl? I'm like, what? It's gonna be dessert. It's not gonna be pho anymore.
No. I got the next video coming up. Actually, is going to be I dedicate this video to Red Gal. It's a copy of.
Oh, okay. Can't wait.
We had copy in Savanakate, and it was really good. So we made a little video.
It's almost like the only thing that I eat nowadays. I don't know. Old people getting old. It's easy to go down. It's easy.
I don't know if anybody understands, but I'm sure most people do. I was watching Todd's video actually the other day. Same topic. He was talking about not liking coffee, not liking these soups. He's like, to me, I finally figured it out. It's like, do I like chicken noodle soup? Yeah, when I'm not feeling very good, I'm feeling like a little cold or some comfort food. I love some chicken noodle soup, but do I want chicken noodle soup for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner? No, chicken noodle soup is good, but I need some bingkai, okay? Need some bingkai. Some tamahong.
Yeah, I understand. You young people, you need meat. You need protein.
But you still got your teeth and everything. Like copy, you don't even have to chew it.
Too lazy. It's like I feel like I've been eating everything that I wanted to eat already. Like I already know what it tastes like. I just feel like I have enough.
Oh, but mango is like a superfood. There's a few foods that I feel like are superfoods. Honey, mango, both of those you eat them and you just are like, whoa, okay.
Honey.
Boost honey.
What do you eat honey with?
Honey, not here in Laos, but back home I'd always have honey with yogurt. Always.
Oh, so it's like instead of sugar or other stuff, you just use honey?
Yeah. And honey is it's definitely a superfood. It's just really, really good for you in so many ways. But mangoes and honey, I always feel like supercharged, like so much energy after eating them. And it's a really clean feeling. Really love.
I do put honey on my toast sometimes.
I know. I thought you said your toast. I was like, what toast? Okay, toast.
Bread.
Bread. Yeah, honey on toast is nice. I miss honey. I haven't really had honey here because it's. I can't trust that it's real. It's always like you're like looking at the label and then like, what is it talking about? Honey from flowers. What are they on about here? Is it honey or is it not honey? Because they find all
most
these
of the time
here.
It's like, not honey.
It's not honey. It's saying it's from flowers. I'm like, I don't know any honey from flowers.
Yeah, I don't buy honey anymore. Unless it's like from people that you know, like they get it from someone that they know for sure that it's honey, and then and then you're like, okay, can I have some?
Yeah.
But
the day I can
go to the market and buy a bottle of honey, I don't trust it.
The day I have a little extra money, I will definitely be finding somebody is definitely selling good Greek yogurt, and somebody's definitely selling real honey. I'm gonna find those. Just eat it every day back because you could get plain Greek yogurt from the store in bulk, and you could get honey from bulk for Winco, right? Just fill up a huge tub.
So even honey in this, even honey in supermarket is not. You don't think it's real?
The one that is real is insanely expensive. The one that says it's from bees. The other ones always have like a flower on them and say that it's from flowers. I'm sorry, but There's no honey that comes from flowers. So what is this?
It's like honey's from bees, not from flowers.
Right. Barry. Okay, interesting. Shinobi asked Barry, "What made you move to Laos? Which one of your parents are Lao? And your Lao is pretty good." I know a lot of people that Lao people that can't even speak Lao. Yeah, I do speak Lao. I mean, we don't even speak Lao in our chat very much, do we? Like, yeah. But most days.
I don't know. For some reason, we automatically speak English. I don't know why.
I know. But yeah, I live with Lao family, so speak Lao most of the time and speak Lao most days. I don't really speak much English. That's probably why I get on here. It's like, hey, it's not.
Yay! I get to speak English.
Right. I moved to Laos because actually my degree was in this region of the world. But before that, I fell in love with this culture and this language and the food. My first experience leaving the States was like out in the Isan region. So Isan, like just across the river from here. Yeah. And I fell in love with the language and the food and culture. And then I decided to study that in school. Basically, like I did my degree was in Asian studies. So they didn't really have this part. Like I had to petition to do a specialization in the Southeast Asian region, but I also had to do a lot of Far East Asian stuff. Like I had to learn Chinese and a lot of Chinese history and stuff to fulfill the degree. But yeah, I always wanted to come out here and actually be here, to be on the ground and experience living here, and not just be reading about it or talking to people about it that are back in the States, talking to Lao or Isan people back in the States and hearing about it, but I wanted to be here and experience it. And none of my parents are Lao. My dad is Canadian and my mom is American. Yeah, Caucasian white folks. But
I have question.
Yeah.
I have question for you. Just hearing about it and talk about it, is it different when you are actually here and experience it and live with Laos family?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of things you like. Okay, yeah, I heard about this, and you get to experience it. So, like, a lot of things in my video, I'm like, I have some basic understanding, and then I'm trying to experience it and explain it at the same time. And so sometimes I miss things, like at the wedding, I miss some of the stuff going on at the door because I have some idea of what's going on, but I don't know exactly. And I was just learning. It's so much fun. So much fun. Like just kind of see things like, okay, like I heard the story of Panyana, about the Panyana. Is he ออกมาแต่แม่โขงแล้ว Panyana แล้วมันก็สิมีแบบมีอย่างออกมาแต่ปากเนาะมันมี fireball
มีไฟมีไฟบ่มีไฟ
like I heard stories and different things, and then you go places and you see the Panyana. But like I also studied Thai, I mean, is it Thai? But I studied the history of this region and like culture and stuff. So like a lot of things stand out to me, like the Ramayana. Have you heard of Palam? Palam? You know the story of the Ramayana, like Hanuman. You know Hanuman?
I heard about it. If it's like about Thailand, I don't really.
These are all like the folk stories and like and stuff. Have you heard of Bak Siang Miang?
Oh yeah, Bak Siang Miang. Everybody grew up listening to Bak Siang Miang.
Bak Siang Miang is more of like the traditional Lao stories, but then the Ramayana, Pranam, and Hanuman, and Sita, and like all these are like this is stuff that you have to you didn't grow up here during those times of your life, but this is like you'll see on the temples like the monkey king, the monkey, and you'll see like. So I get to see a lot of the stuff that I studied actually out there, and it's just really, really cool to see like the literature. So like this is like literature that I studied and stuff that you get to see in the ancient ruins and the temples and yeah. So for me, this is just like this is like when you're like in college dreaming about what you want to do for your job, and it's like I'm doing that. You know, like I just get to explore all these things that I studied about. Yeah.
So it must be exciting to like read about it, learn about it, study about it, and then get to really see it and experience it yourself and
Yeah. Well,
real
like
time.
for example, Baxiang Mian. This story is a classic Lao story. It's like the Dennis the yeah the Ramayana the Dennis the Menace story in America or Western culture. If you're familiar with Dennis the Menace, uh, and Baxiang Ming is like the Lao Dennis the Menace. I always kind of compare those two, and it's just I'd heard these stories, but I didn't even know if it was like I didn't know if it was actually written stories or if it's just like spoken stories passed on. But then I arrived in Laos, and like the first or second day, I see a book, Baxiang Ming. I bought that thing right away and thought, oh, I cannot believe this. This is like, this memory of like 10, 11 years ago of hearing these stories and like, this is real. Like, bought that book and took it home to read all these crazy stories. The first chapter, though, like, people die. And I was like, this isn't like so Dennis the Menace. I didn't know people die. Somebody died, like a kid dies. But yeah, anyway, the rest of the stories are pretty goofy and funny. And people were telling me these stories before, so it's nice to actually see that they're real. And I don't know, it just kind of seemed like a dream, like hearing some of these things, and now it's real. Let's see what this Shinobi says. What, you look like you're half Asian. Yeah.
See, you can get away with it. You just go renew your visa and say your mom is Laos and your dad
Right.
is American, and you were born here and then you moved to the US. See what they
Right.
say. I like to hear what they say. If you tell them that.
I feel pretty confident I'll probably would get the 90-day visa.
Hmm.
Everybody, I just always laugh because literally everybody thinks I'm mixed with something Asian, I don't know. It's always something different. Maybe I'm Russian mixed with something. I get something, and nobody ever guesses I'm just like another regular white dude from America.
Must be your eyes. It's like you have Asian eyes.
It is my Asian eyes, I think. So, hey, it's all right. I'm going to use that to get a 90-day visa.
I hope so.
Thanks, man. I appreciate. Yeah, living here now, speaking the language. For a long time, it was. For a long time, Lao was like that language that. How do I even express this? Like, man, this is tough to express. I always wanted to learn Lao so bad. It was like, man, it's okay. So I would compare it to like if I really wanted to play basketball, you really want to play badminton, you want to play something, but you can't find a court to play. You can't find a place to play a pickup game. You can find a little bit of stuff online about it here and there, but it's like you really can't play the game. And so coming to Lao was like, finally, it's been so long, 10 plus years of just like having conversations kind of there of like what I remembered from being in the East Side, but not like truly in Lao. And yeah, to finally be able to put it all together coming here is like, this is incredible. I've wanted to actually be able to speak it fluently for so long. It was just like back home, how do I practice? There was, if I try to speak Lao with people back home, then they usually just, they speak Lao with me, but then a lot of times they try to speak Thai with me, and it would be really broken Thai. So yeah, so awesome to finally be here. I didn't really have any Lao. Like I knew Lao people and like Thai Lao community because they're like intermixed back home wherever you're at. Usually Thai Lao community are mixed together, and yeah, like for some reason people would always speak really broken Thai back to me because I'd be trying to speak Lao with them and like improve my Lao, ask questions about Lao, but they'd be like, Thai, so let's just use Thai, and it's like that's I'm super keen on Lao. Like I love Lao food. Like I feel more connected with like the Lao side of things really from my first experience living in the Isan. Like I feel way more connected with that food and that culture than I do necessarily with Thai. But so it's like with my language, yeah. But it's nice now
Even
to
when
be
I
here.
go, even when I go to Thailand, I don't speak Thai. I speak Lao. It's like, okay, you're just gonna have to try to understand me. I'm Lao, but I'm gonna speak Laos to you. Because when you
Yeah,
come
it
to
was.
Laos, we understand you.
They understood me. I met a bunch of Thai people when I was out for New Year's here in Vientiane, and they understood when I was speaking Lao, and then they let me know that they were Thai, and we started speaking Thai together. So it's fine either way. But now I'm finding it hard to switch back to Thai because I've been speaking Lao consistently since I've been here, and switching back to Thai is like, okay, this is weird. Before it was challenging to get the Lao to come out. The Thai kept coming out, and now it's the other way around. Can't. It's funny because I started off the same way. When I was in the Isan, when I first lived over here, when I tried to speak Thai, I was always like speaking it with some Lao accent and like using some Isan words, and people had to always correct me and be like, "No, this is Isan. Like you need to. This is Lao. You need to speak like this for Thai." Then I came here and I trying to switch back, and it's fun though. I enjoy it either way. Yeah. Yoan says some Scandinavians look Asian. So I actually had somebody tell me that before, and that's where I think that's where it's at. Like I think Scandinavians. I've seen actually like people that said they're Dutch or from Denmark. I've seen people with similar eyes to myself, and that's weird because back home I feel like it's so distinctive. Like my family, you know who's in the family, and then to see other people like similar eyes, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know the Scandinavians. They look like family, some of them.
Lena want to buy you a coffee.
That's
Very
super
no super
nice.
thanks. Soon.
I would love to accept a smoothie, a coffee. I'm not close. I'm close, but not yet. They won't. What? I have to be monetized for that, right?
1,000.
Like, yeah.
You have to have 1,000 subscriber.
Aha. I'm almost there. Almost there.
Almost. Hang in there.
What's my favorite Lao dish? I don't know why this seems to be so controversial here, but I love lab. Lab is my favorite. I don't know. Maybe people. I feel like people that are in Thailand, they really like the lab from the Isan, but people come out to Lao and they maybe don't like lab as much. It does tend to have liver and stuff in it, and it's a little bit more. Uh, what do you call it? Exotic, I think, here than it is even in the Isan. But lab is my favorite for sure. Some good lab, some tambakong with some padag, of course. Next time we meet right now, we're having a real Lao meal, and we're gonna watch some UFC.
Mm-hmm. Yes. When is that? June? In the middle of June or July?
Yeah, that one's in June.
Oh, okay.
Joe says, "That's right, real honey with Greek yogurt. My wife eats this every day." Quaker Oats. I thought that was your husband, but that's not your husband, is it?
No, he's still McNeil.
Because I know you don't
And
eat
this is
Quaker. I know, you're not eating that. Mai Tai says I had more Lao friends in the States than white friends. The only friends from the U.S. that I kept in contact with are Lao. That's cool. I wish I had made more uh, Lao and Thai friends when I was back in the States, but yeah, I wasn't really back there for long. I've been mostly overseas since I graduated from university. And then when you're back for just a short time, it's so hard to meet and make friends. Even here, everywhere I've lived, actually, I'd say that it takes like. Don't feel bad if the first year is a struggle when you move to Laos, even because it usually takes a year before you start making close friends. I think usually it seems like always. Like I didn't meet like Gal and Guy like until just recently. Like I didn't meet, you know what I mean? So it takes time before you can to meet people and get into like a settled in. Like Gal maybe didn't have that because she's out and about, popular there with the family.
Yeah, I'm more like hiding from them. I'm hiding from friends and family. I lock my gate and I act like I'm not home or I'm out of town. Sometimes they text me, they're like, "Are you home?" I'm like, "No, I'm out of town right now." Or I say, "Oh, I just got back and I think I'm feeling a little sick. You don't want to be around me." That become like an excuse.
Yeah, Shinobi Lava is one of your favorites too. Man, it's just if it's done right, if they don't put any bunch of pia like that bile or
Oh, you
whatever
don't
that
like
is,
pia, huh?
I
I
don't really
only
like
eat it
pia.
if it's got pia.
Really?
I love bitter stuff, like anything
Oh,
bitter. I eat like
it's
vegetable, bitter kind of vegetable. I love all of them.
blah blah blah. Mm. Especially if you grill the meat first. If you grill it up, then you mince it, and then nice and sour. Get some peppers. Don't forget that mint in there. Mint.
It's
Jeez,
just really
great dish.
flavorful, huh?
Mm.
Lab is like you got all the flavor, every flavor in
Hmm.
there.
Yeah, because you got like all these different textures. So you have kalkua in there, so you got like this
Mm-hmm.
roasted flavor, roasted smell, and the sour from the lime and the spiciness, and then you know it's also salty. The meat's salted, and you got badag or something in there.
And
Yeah,
then
give a little
herbs, not to
bitterness. The
mention,
herbs,
yeah, not
the mint, all the mint,
lemongrass and
lemongrass. It's just an explosion of aromas and flavors. I can eat it I do eat it almost every day. I go to the market and I usually will buy 2 bags of lab, both 20,000 each. So I spend $1 each. Usually the bags are like 5-10, but I get a big bag, 20,000 each, $1 each, and then I come back and I'll mix them with eat eggs
white
and
rice.
lab and sticky rice. Or usually sometimes no rice at all, but sometimes sticky rice. Lab and eggs. Go to, and then you got a bunch of fresh fruit for your dessert, and like fresh watermelon or mangoes or oh man, I love food here. Don't get me started. We're gonna have to make another food video.
You're like, I'm getting hungry. It's 8:30.
I know it
I
is. It is
boy.
that time.
Sabadi, welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Shinobi's hits the nail on the head right here. Isan used to be part of Lao until the French colonized Lao and gave Isan the time. Exactly. I hope I don't mind repeating that every time I have one of these because sometimes people get a little bit offended when you say I'm not trying to offend anybody. I love that you want to be unique and that Lao is different than Isan and whatnot. But okay, this was a made up boundary by the French, and this is doesn't separate your cultures, even though you may speak a little differently. Lao is Lao, So yeah, this place for all Lao people. I hope Isan people and Lao people can
Are there like
feel like
a
one.
culture? You know a lot of this. Are there like a culture different between Isan and Laos, or is exactly the same?
I really feel like it's just like, to me, like it's just. I almost feel like it's weird that there's even much of a divide from like Thai and Lao. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you Thai and Lao people are all the way down into like Malaysia, all the way up into China, up into all the way through Laos, into a little bit into Vietnam. Like it's just a variation, like the language. They're all just a little bit different vocabulary. The tones vary, but essentially it's all like one family to me. But everybody's got their unique points, and that's what makes them interesting. But it's one big family to me. Thai, Lao, but yeah, for sure, Lao is like the Isan and Lao. Okay, you have some different vocabulary, but you're so similar, like more similar than Thai and Lao. Now you're talking like very minimal differences. Yeah, some vocabulary differences, but the culture, I feel like super similar. Unless somebody's gonna point out something directly different, I would love to know. But like, also there's differences between each little muban, isn't there? Like there could be อีกหมู่บ้านหนึ่งก็ว่าอีกภาษาหนึ่งก็ได้คนละสำเนียงกันคนละภาษาก็ได้ What's up? Okay. I think Rankale's having some technical difficulties again. Yeah. Boyd says, Sabaidi Barry and Gal, this is Boyd. Boyd, always nice to have you here, my man. We're not going to forget this one. All right, I'll remember Joe Buxian Mian. Buxian Mian. Where are you from, Joe? Buxian Mian, Joe. Where are you from?
Oh, now he's got a nickname. We call him Buxian Mian. Joe Xian Mian.
Yeah. Joe Xian Mian. It really is such a good story. These are the type of stories I love, like so many good memories of sitting in we call it ใต้ตารางเบาะก็นั่งอยู่ใต้ตารางมีคนแบบก็นั่งอยู่กล้องตารางจะมีไอ้ผู้เฒ่าแบบเล่าเรื่องนิทานให้ฟังบักเสียงเมี่ยงโอ้แบบหลายเรื่องมันเจอยากตอนนั้นเขาก็ยังโมเก่งภาษา I remember all those stories. They're so hard to remember. I wasn't really good at the language at the time. I mean, communicate and stuff, but like so many of the names and the things that they're talking about were hard to understand at the time. Very hard.
The story that I love the most, like stuck in my head and my memory, is Poet Sandon.
Yes,
have you heard?
I've definitely heard about Sandon. I know I've heard that name. Poet Sandon. Okay, what's this guy's story?
I love that I mean, I don't like everything about it. I love that he shares everything that he got with people, but not to his point. Like when I was little, I go to the temple andฟังยาคูเทศน์หั้นนะยาคูเพิ่นสิเทศน์เป็นเรื่องเนาะแบบโอเคมื้อนี้เพิ่นเทศน์เรื่องพระเวสสันดร and it's like he would go around and he'll give other people what he owns and what he have, and all the way to his wife, his kids. Because if they need a maid or they need a wife, he would just give away his wife, give away his kids, and I wouldn't go that far. But I love that he have such big heart that he share, that he want nothing for himself, like he wants so little.
See, these stories are always so fun because they're so different from Well, we have ours. We have all of our in what do you want to like eight? What do they call it in English? Aesop's fables, something like that. Like all of our Jack and the Beanstalk and our different folk tales that are fun. And these ones in Lao are so much fun. They're so different than the concept, but there's always a concept that's teaching, but it can be super extreme. You're gonna give away your wife and your maid and everything.
Give away your kids. I think he got 2 kids and he gives that away because someone need help.
But then they also like these stories. They tie so much into things, because then you, like I said, when I travel around, then you start to notice different things. You're like, hey, wait a second, like, are they depicting this story that I heard? Like, they're definitely depicting the story in like a statue or like on the wall, a mural or something, and you're like, before you wouldn't even know what's going on, but these stories they all connect things. It's fun.
What about Sawanakhet, that big statue of giraffe? What's the story with that?
The giraffe? I don't know. I haven't been to see this giraffe. Giraffes.
When you were in Sawanakhet, you don't see it, like big statue. That's like the Sanyalak of Sawanakhet.
Really? I thought the Sanyalak of Sawanakhet meant Panyanya.
No, giraffe. Right? Anybody in here know about it? As soon as you like enter Sawanakhet, the border of Sawanakhet, you'll see this big circle with big statue of giraffe. Oh, dinosaurs, not giraffe. Dinosaurs. It's like, now there's 2 different things.
Yeah, actually, there are a lot of dinosaurs in Sawanakhet. I noticed like little statues. So maybe they're known for like finding dinosaur bones or fossils. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Or maybe they just like to do the same thing that they seem to like to do in, I don't know. I swear that they did this in Thailand all the time, where they'd have just like dinosaur parks, and you're like, oh, and then you go and it's nothing interesting about it at all. There's just some dinosaur friggin' statue things, and you're like, really? There was no history or anything here.
This is like there's history to it. I think back then there's dinosaurs or something. There's our dinosaurs or something.
They must have.
Anong sabadi.
Who? Oh, Anong.
Anong.
How you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, we're both. Hello, Barry and Gail. Nice to be back chatting with you two again. I forgot to ask you the last time we chatted, but what state are you guys from? I'm in Massachusetts.
I am in Takek, Lao.
Where are you from in the States? Vegas, right?
Before I moved to Laos, yes, Vegas.
Yeah, before I moved to Laos, I was in Arizona. My family is over there. But every time I went back, I stayed with family in different places, like a family in Utah and family in Arizona. So the time before I went back between teaching, I was in Utah. So yeah, back out west. Let's see,
I live in Utah for quite a years. That's where I met my kid's dad. Yeah, in Utah.
In Utah, huh? Interesting. Utah's amazing for nature. Socially, it's a strange environment, but for nature, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we do camping a lot, fishing, camping. But then they would go out with this fancy, what do you call it, campers.
Yeah,
it doesn't even feel like camping because it's still like bed and kitchen and bathroom.
Like Alice brings like sod, and she's like, "Oh, wow, this is my I'm gonna sleep on the side. เอาเสื่อมาเอาสาดมาปูนอนก็ได้
Yeah, that's what camping is. Otherwise, just stay home. It's like, what's the point? You bring your whole house to the jungle. It's like, don't you want to experience like real camping?
So should we go real camping here in Lao?
No.
No?
No way.
The weather would be nice and like, after around October or so, we could go real camping.
I don't trust snakes. I don't trust mengot, right? I don't trust snake. I don't trust mengot. Yeah, stuff like that. Like no.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised with as much as I get off the beaten path sometimes that I haven't really ran into any snakes. Like I'm always really waiting for that day that I run into a fat snake out there, but no snakes. And mengot, I haven't even seen any like I haven't even seen any like, because mengot they'll leave their, I think they shed their exoskeletons too. I swear you see like, yeah, I could be wrong, but maybe you see dead ones if they're around, and I've never seen any dead ones hanging. So I don't know. They're out there. I killed one snake at my last place the whole time I was there.
I think if you keep your house less trash, they got nowhere to hide, so they wouldn't like it.
It's probably right. Like most places, you got dogs and cats, and yeah, they're not gonna hang out around there. I don't know. I want to get out in the jungle. You can do like a U.S. citizen in the jungle.
No, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that. No, I still like my comfort.
Travels on Toast adventure, okay? We need
no
to
way.
channel our inner Olivia and how do I always draw a blank on Mario? We need to channel that inner jungle needs and get out there and sleep under the stars with the snakes and the mengots and
No, I'm not doing that. Before they left Laos, they're like, okay, let's go camping. They want to go to Tham Gong Lo, which is like you come on, right? You take care.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna do 4-day trip at camping, camp out. I'm like, I'm kind of okay with it, but Joe, on the other hand, no way. Like he gotta have good bathroom, right? He gotta have AC, good internet. Like no, it's not gonna work out. We're not doing camping.
I'm good for camping for like one night, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's enough. I want to shower. I want to sleep in a good bed, but I could do one. I'm like that with anything. It's like you could do one night, like to go have a drink, but then I'm not gonna do that for a long time. Like I like to go shower and go to bed, but we could go to the jungle during the day, like and then at night we go back to a guest house.
Yeah, but what's in jungle? Just trees, right? I mean, I have trees here at my home.
Well, the point of going to the jungle would be to find some food and cook a jungle meal, right?
Like go hunting?
Yeah, we're gonna go La Dilo and La by La Dilo.
Okay, do you want to do that? You can live with Laos.
We can go find some.
How about Barry? You live with a Laos family, then you can experience all their activity throughout the day. I think you should do that.
I want to go where they like. I really do want to do that. Actually, I mean, I'm not joking when I say I want to do that. Like, I want to go with people that go like, "I'll nan se tik penin kikapong penin."
Okay, when you come here,
type of stuff.
When you come here, I'm gonna bring you to my brother's in-laws because they live in the farm. right? They raise cow, they raise chicken, they go fishing. Every day is like work to do. So if you want to experience that kind of lifestyle, then you can learn.
Of course. Well, I'm living with these guys in the city, so we don't really have like those opportunities. But when I'm out in the country, yes, of course, I'm gonna jump in the pond or whatever. By son cung nằm ai cũng ai tụi nó nói ông mà hết chào nó.
Oh, gỏi cung, yeah, gỏi cung.
Quay cung.
Oh my god, gỏi cung say mắc gọt. That's the best.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yes, this
I
family
really
they
want to go
leave.
like traditional fishing, and like I love when they use like the traps. I want to go do that stuff. Set up the traps. Show me how to set up the traps and like and then like the net fishing. That's really looks challenging, but yeah, all that stuff. Eventually, once just be on the road, I'm gonna be jumping at the first chance I get to join in with that.
Yeah, they do that. They do that here. So when you come here in June, I will bring you to my brother's in-laws.
It's getting hot.
And see if you want to experience everyday life, because they get their fish from the Mekong. You know, from the Mekong, they get their fish from the Mekong. They raise chicken. They raise bear. They raise ngua. They raise. So they don't buy things.
Yeah, who needs to buy things? You got your own supply right there. There's a channel here that's like a ASMR channel, I think. If you know what that is, just like there's no talking or whatever. It's just you're just there to experience it, whatever. So the lady just, I swear it's a Lao lady, like I'm not 100% positive, but like they just catch exotic stuff, and she just makes like exotic Lao meals and stuff. And there's no talking. It's just like catching stuff from the river and like you know, just a full on like natural nature experience. So I'm happy to do all that stuff. Take me on the farm. Every time I'm out in the country, it's just like, you know, what's next? I missed the other day actually. We got a red ant's egg nest, which was pretty hilarious. I wish I would have recorded that. Have you done that here yet?
Me? No way. I'm not about to get bit by ants. They're mean. I don't do that kind of stuff. I like my comfortable life.
I know.
If I want some ant's egg, I'll go to the market and get some.
They do. They do sell them right at the market, which is nice. I don't remember that being the case when I was in Thailand. It's been so long. I don't know, but that is super convenient. Like in my last video, that's where I was disappointed though. I apologize to everybody and disappointed in myself that I didn't get them on film. Like we bought those ant eggs at the market, and then we made them a big omelet with ant eggs, and it was insanely good. And I didn't even get that on film. I filmed the meal and didn't even. Once that dish came out, we had that dish and another dish come out, and I didn't even get them on film. It's unfortunate, but
that's how you learn. That's how you learn how to cook them.
I know.
Right? When you want to cook that, then you can go back to your video and follow the steps.
I'd forgotten about them. Sometimes, like I'm gonna be honest, sometimes the heat causes amnesia.
Ay boy, wow, yeah.
What's that? Ay boy. What are you wrong? I don't know.
What do you say? Laos YouTube, he is the real deal. He's always in the jungle.
I'm gonna look up that channel because I need to collaborate with somebody. Like I've been wanting to collaborate with another YouTuber, but I really want to collaborate with somebody that does like little banok. I need to find somebody that loves to do that stuff because I seriously love that stuff, and you know, waiting for it to happen naturally. Sometimes it just isn't happening. I've tried to like not push things too much and like, okay, we'll be able to experience each thing as it comes. Like there'll always be an opportunity, but sometimes I feel like I need to push a little bit to get out there for some of this country stuff because that's like what I like to do, and I think it's great content. I like to watch that stuff myself, so I think people would enjoy watching it. Like people enjoyed the heck out of the videos when those guys went out in the jungle, Mario. And so I think people would really enjoy me out there throwing out the net, fishing, and I don't know, hunting mankang and hunting jilaw and.
Mm-hmm. But you have to train kids about there to hold the camera for you, so you get the real, you get to experience it.
True.
You know, fully
and
experience it.
Even seen him shoot that little. Man, I knew what the name of this thing was, but I can't remember. I watched a bunch of these videos. People out in the country in Laos with the like makeshift gun that they put pellets in and like gunpowder. They shoot things with it out in the country. Or the ones that's super cool that you see all the time is even down to like tiny little kids. They'll walk around with these like mini little spear guns that they basically make out of with a rubber band, right? You seen those kids walk around with these adults, well, bigger ones, and then just go to whatever body of water and then spearfish fish and take those. Yeah, that would be a heck of a time. Then go grill them up and have like make some gel and do. Yeah, that's my kind of.
Sabay Nathan.
Sabay Nathan, welcome. Oh, let's go back to some comments because it got away from us. So Gal is from Vientiane, Barry's from Arizona, from Seattle. I'll put it up here. I'm originally from Seattle, Washington, but moved to Massachusetts 28 years ago. My time from Rochester, Massachusetts. Awesome, man. From Seattle, moved to Massachusetts. Totally opposite sides of this country. Interesting move, man. It's a big move.
The heat, dry heat from Arizona or Nevada and the humid here, which do you prefer?
Is that a question from you or from
yes, for
somebody?
You?
The dry heat, this heat. I prefer probably the dry heat. Yeah.
Dry?
Yeah, like I prefer the dry heat if you don't. Yeah, I think I prefer the dry heat. Like if it's really hot, like I prefer this weather when it's not the hot season. You know, the summertime is not like this. But yeah, the dry heat stinks. You can't really be in the sun in the dry heat. That's the hard part. Like I want to say I like it better because you're not sweating like just soaked in sweat. But here I can actually I can go do something. Like yeah, it drains you. You're sweating a lot, but like I felt like in the dry heat is dangerous. Like you can't really be in that dry heat in Arizona because it does something to you. I don't know. It sneaks up on you, and the next thing you know, you're like you're having like a heat. You know, you're getting all faint, and you don't even know it because you haven't been sweating. It's just like intense heat, and then next thing you know, you're like dizzy. So you can't really be in that heat. You'd rather humid.
Humid.
You were in Nevada, so you know the desert heat.
Yes, like I don't like get out from shower and then you're all dry and itchy and your dry skin. You have to put lotion on right away. It's just so much work.
I still put on lotion right away here. I just think
most. Oh, you do?
But I always buy the cheap shampoo and stuff, and I think like most of the cheap shampoo and conditioners and all that stuff is just like detergent, and so it just is so bad for your skin. And then I have to put on lotion like after the showers. I'm always so itchy. You gotta put on lotion after the shower, even if it's hot like this. Like I still put on some lotion. It's too itchy.
My
A
God, it's been
terrible.
like 4 years that I don't use lotion. I don't use body
Maybe
lotion,
your
but
skin is made particularly for Lao weather.
must be.
Actually, I know a couple Lao people. Even guy doesn't use lotion. I know several Lao people don't really use lotion, and your skin isn't dry. Like my skin is dry if I don't use lotion here still. But it's only after I'm like it's. I know it's the cheap shampoo and body wash and stuff. It's just not good. And I'm Falang. I am Falang. I need lotion for my dry skin.
Let's
I,
go down all the question, all the comments for the last 5 minutes that we got left here.
my brother had a fishing. My brother had a fishing boat in Lao catch. I can't say that. Every time we came back after 5 or 6 days on the ocean, we would always smell the factory made the fish sticks. Yes, sir. Let's go to the next one. The time stands still in some parts of Laos as far as you can push yourself. For some of us, it's struggle, but for them, it's normal. Yeah, I don't mind the time stands still. I actually kind of like it. It's, it's, yeah. What do you think? Yeah, I like the time
I
stands
get
still.
frustrated. Like I'm a little bit better now than before, but I am still frustrated with how slow everyone is here, how they like taking long lunch and they don't talk about future. But then I have to try to understand that that's how they live. That's that
Mm,
I guess is that the way to live your life, like to enjoy it instead of like worried about your future? I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I guess you're probably right. It still doesn't. It still doesn't like. I don't perfectly mesh with it either because I find myself like I have to give time limits on things. I can't sit and hang out for 4 or 5 hours. Like, what are we doing for 4 or 5 hours? Uh, no, I need to get up and move and do stuff. So, but people can really like hang out for a long, long time here, and you're like, are we gonna go to this place we said we are gonna go to that we've been hanging out here for 2 hours before doing what? Yeah. So that's like the adjustment I've had to make for that. Is just that things aren't moving. I just start doing something else, and then I'll come back to it. You know, sometimes it's just too
I have
long.
Yeah, it's like when they go, okay, I'm gonna go hang out with a friend for a few drinks. The next thing do you
Yeah.
know, they don't come back until like 2 days later. Like, I thought you're only gonna be gone for like 2 hours, 3 hours. To us, it's like, okay, hang out with friend for a few drinks is 2 hours max, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
not 2 days.
Yeah.
But
People
yeah, they
really.
can just sit there and with the same group of people, same friends, and
Uh
I get frustrated. I still get frustrated, although
huh.
I try not to.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that things are taken slow and people. I think we do get in too much of a hurry back in our Western lives, and I think it's important to like spend time with people, right? People that you care about or whatever. But
Mhm.
uh, it, after an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm good to go to the next thing. You know what I mean? Kind of that's just kind of how where I'm at with myself, though. I mean, maybe other people with different you have longer attention
Yeah,
span, but I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then next thing.
to me, it's like, okay, you hang out with friends, you have few drink, you talk about stuff. How about
Uh-huh.
let's go home and clean up your room and do some laundry and take out trash. Like they don't care about that kind of stuff, but we do for some reason. It's important to us. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, just to me, it's just like we can you can I can talk to a lot of people in a day, or I don't know. It's just there's so many things that I'd like to do. Why would I'm not that interested in doing one thing for that long. So and you just have to be aware of it because Lao time does exist. That's really, if there's something that people would ask, what is a struggle now? That could be it. Like you said, just people could show up 45 minutes to an hour late and it'd be like not even blink an eye. You're just like normal. Like, hey, I'm here for dinner now. You're like an hour late. Totally normal. Let's see, one more comment. Dinosaur fossils were found in Savannah Kit. The biggest statue must be near the dinosaur museum. I think you must be right because I didn't even know about the dinosaurs here. Interesting. All right, Boyd says I recommend Paul. Yeah, the same guy, Paul Bandong. Paul Bandong. What does dong mean like that?
Must be the name.
Okay. Oh, Paul Bandong. It's like dong. I don't know that name. All right, let's wrap it up. Oh, wait, one more. Boyd says, the method of life applies different to all of us. I grew up with monks as my grandfather. I learned a lot how to see things differently. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Although I claim that I'm like open-minded person. I can go with the flow. I'm okay with anything that comes up, but I still get frustrated sometimes, time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like the only time I get frustrated is like if we're not being respectful of each other's time. I know maybe it's an American thing in me, but if we say we're going to go somewhere and then I plan my day, like okay, you say we're gonna go somewhere at 8 o'clock, and okay, then I plan to do something at 10:30, but then nothing's happening for an hour when you're sitting there and you're like, when are we going? Oh yeah, we're going. Don't go anywhere. And you're like, now I need to reschedule the next thing I was supposed to do. You can't. So you really have to like. For me, it's like I have to just be super like on top of like, okay, what things can I get done and how to navigate it so I can be happy and because if you come off like it's annoying you, like I feel like it's kind of taboo, you know. It's kind of taboo here to be annoyed with stuff like that. They're so chill about the time thing that like it's uncomfortable if you get annoyed about it. So I have to come up with ways of like how do I effectively use my time when we're running into this situation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, บ่เป็นหยัง lifestyle. That's sure. That's for sure.
And I am very much Balpinian, but it's like, okay, let's say you plan to go back and do your live stream at 10:30. You're like, hey, I came to film this, and then I was going to go back and do that. Now you've lost some of your, what you're supposed to do. That's where I'm like, no, I want to get it all in. There's only so much time in a day, and there's so much to do. That's all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Gail, as always, for joining. And I think we're gonna wrap it up and get some breakfast.
Yes. Oh my God, is that time? Breakfast? I'm going back to bed because I feel like I need to sleep a lot. It's like hot and then cold and then hot and then cold. I went get hot water, drink it, and then it's like getting too hot, and then I go get cold water, drink it, and then it's feeling too chilly and going
Are
back
you still
and
getting
forth.
out for some fresh air, not just staying in the AC room? Are you getting out for some fresh air?
No, I feel like I need to just stay in bed and just rest. Too lazy. I'm too
I guess
lazy
you
to
could
move.
light some lemongrass or something.
It's like all achy. I might go to get like an hour or 2 hours massage. That's about it.
There you go. Treat yourself. Spa, sauna. Ooh, that's always good to get the toxins out. Do a little
sauna. Yes, I should go to sauna. I think you're gonna enjoy it because sauna is just like across the street from here.
Yeah.
So
and
convenient.
And it's not like just a big gay hangout. This is awesome. I can't wait.
Just homemade, like at home at her house. But they're
Awesome.
separate, male and female. But she do it at her house, so it's not like a big gay hangout kind of place. No.
Just my luck here in Vientiane. When's the next live stream? My Tai says, I think it'll be on the weekend. Should we do weekend? I don't know. Every time I say I'm gonna do the next one, I end up doing it a different day.
So I think when you feel like it, you'll reschedule it ahead of time to let everyone know. I think that's the way to go.
I'll post it on my page and announce it. Try to announce it at least the day before. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Have a great day wherever you're at. Great night, and we'll see you next time.